Hey guys, welcome back to the Hot Tea channel where we spill tea left, right, and everywhere in between. Once again, you are listening to one of the video editors. It's Norway's beautiful voice, but since she's traveling, you're stuck with me. Today's video is a continuation of our previous video about the Ace family as well as the extended Ace fam and all the drama that has occurred. We're gonna talk about Catherine McBroom calling out Shyla Walker, as well as Catherine and Austin being sued by one of their companies. The lawsuits never end with this family, I swear. But before we get into all of the tea, let me plug the Hot Tea Twitter account. Also, make sure to subscribe and turn on all of the notifications so you know when we post. And if you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and comment down anything you want. Okay, let's get into the tea. So I must preface this by telling you guys to watch these two videos. One of the videos is the one that I already mentioned with all the recent drama, and then the other one is with all of Landon and Shyla's relationship drama broken down. I think if you watch it, you'll get a better understanding of what exactly we're covering here. But I'll give you a timeline and points of references that I think are important to keep in mind of. Shyla came out when her and Landon broke up, I think last year, almost a year ago, a video where she talked about her restriction order against Landon, the verbal and emotional abuse that she went through, that she doesn't want her child to be online anymore, and all of the issues that she had with Landon's family, especially with his mom. And then Landon, he posted a series of videos basically milking all of the drama for his new channel because Shyla got the main channel that they had together, and he was posting a lot of videos, one of which was speculated that he secretly filmed Shyla having a breakdown because he was suspiciously very calm while she was riled up by him and his mom. Basically just lose her shit. Clearly in the video she was very upset, she was very emotional. Meanwhile he's sitting there not really saying much, and both of his mom and her mom were trying to calm her down or trying to talk to her. And yeah, people were speculating that he did that on purpose so they can make her look bad and crazy and all that. There was also the ring drama where he was complaining that since she's not his fiance anymore, he doesn't know what to do with his custom-made ring that has her initials, but also he was like, maybe I can give it to my daughter because she has the same initials. But it ended up being that the ring was a jewelry sponsorship that they had with a company, and Shyla actually was the one that paid for the ring, so you can't really have sympathy for him on that one. And then he was encouraging his fans to talk badly about Shyla. Meanwhile, he was like, please don't hate her, she's my baby's mom after all, so please don't do that. But at the same time, he was trash talking her in his video, so a bit contradicting. That's pretty much the timeline. And to recap yesterday's video, Shyla went off on Landon. She was upset over Landon taking her daughter to Disney World without her knowledge because she was planning to take her and include him, but Shyla called him ugly. She also said that he was broke and narcissistic and spiteful. And then later on, she went off on Austin for posting her kid online. She claimed that the cheating rumors were true, that Catherine knew. Austin allegedly, and I mean allegedly, don't sue me, put a hit on another YouTuber called Cole Kerrigan who exposed him, and that Austin also goes out with his dad, and they allegedly do bad things to women. And then Shyla and her mom received threatening messages that I briefly went over in the last video, but today we're gonna read through the messages one by one because I think it gives a bit more context. When I posted the video the other day, I didn't see that Catherine actually made a response to Shyla, and we're gonna cover Catherine's response in this video. So I hope that you guys are here with me because honestly, I can't keep up with all the drama with the Ace family. It's too much for me. But yeah, let's get into the messages. Shyla posted these messages. The first screenshot that you're gonna see is something that her mom actually received. So the messages read, let's do the thing where we stop talking about this family and shit doesn't concern you. I'm not gonna tell you again. You don't want us to post all the footage that we have. Psycho. Remember, Joseph has it all. I think you sent this to the wrong person, but good to know that you are threatening my family. I will make sure to save this and proceed accordingly. Threatening? No way. Mimicking your daughter's action. Every time she posts, we will. Keep your daughter off the internet. Shyla adds, the threats my mother received this morning. At this point, it's safer for me to keep this on the internet. It's scary how far will people take it to keep me silent. It's been years being silent. In the next message, I think Shyla received that one. Not the footage of you literally saying making money off of using the Ace family's name multiple times. Not a footage of you wishing Landon death from his cancer. Not a footage of you yelling at your own daughter. LOL, can't text from your real number. And then Shyla adds, I don't have much to lose in terms of my image. I survived, overcame, learned, and still learning. I will not be blackmailed. LOL. Whichever one of y'all thinking you got tea on me, you're drinking piss. I don't care to live in fear, be silenced, or be held hostage by my past. I'm done with this little situation and evil energy involved. Love, Shyla. And then in her last post, she said, one thing about me, I'm as real as they come. I'm gonna stand on my words and I'm never gonna back down when it comes to mine. And now let's get into Catherine's response. I'm gonna spare you the 15 minutes that she posted on Instagram. I have recorded all of it.
You know, I'm not impulsive like she is. I really just sit with my thoughts and really think about things. That's just kind of the personality that I am. So when she had said all these like negative, dark lies about my family, I was thinking about it and I was like, wow, like I actually pray for this person. Like I do silent prayers all the time.
It was a lot, but basically, to sum up, there will be clips while I'm putting this video together, but basically Catherine's response, she kept on saying that she's a girl's girl, she supports women, but at the same time she shamed Shyla for saying that she was abused, because apparently if you're not physically abused, any other form of abuse does not count, you know? Verbal, emotional, psychological abuse, they don't count.
Shyla, you know that you've been carrying this lie about Landon being abusive and you know that that's not true. And you gotta let that go. You have an amazing father to your daughter and you need to start like accepting that this is your reality and that you created it because this is all done by you. And one thing about me is I'm a girl's girl. So I support women, I advocate for women, I help women on a daily basis. Like I'm all about women empowerment, but I also know that there can be a lot of darkness to women, and some women take advantage of very innocent men and they use their power to get what they want, and I think that it's very unfair what you've been doing, Landon.
Because in Shyla's video that I mentioned at the beginning of this one, she said she wasn't physically abused, but she went through a lot of verbal and emotional abuse because dealing with Landon was quite a lot. Due to his cancer diagnosis, she thought he would change. She thought maybe this will be his second chance. He will become a better man, knowing that he has this diagnosis, but apparently things didn't work out and he became even worse to her.
And then you proceed and you say that Austin, my husband, has tried to kill somebody. And that really pissed me off because that is so far from what Austin is and how he would ever speak and react. And you literally have no idea who my husband is. You've never known us like that. And for you to just like say something so dark and evil is really scary.
Also, Catherine says that Shyla didn't know them that much, that they weren't that close, so she doesn't really know what's going on in their life, which is hypocritical because then she kept on saying, Landon is a good dad, you had a good partner, he never hit you, he wasn't bad with you, he was really good to you, why are you saying that he's not that man?
And for you to make a video and claim that you were abused, and for the whole character to go out the window, to be dismissed because you claim that you were being abused. Meanwhile, everybody knows that it's not true.
So I guess Shyla really doesn't know the Ace fam, the McBroom family, but then Catherine knows everything about Shyla and Landon's relationship. If you weren't that close, how'd you know that he was such a good man? Like, did you hear that from him or did you hear that from her? What's the situation? You know, it's, again, hypocritical.
You could see it, right? You're literally taking advantage of very vulnerable women who've literally been abused. You're diminishing a woman's abuse. Like, you don't know what it's like to be in a kitchen, like, just doing dishes and your husband walks in and slaps you across the face with a pan for no reason. Like, you don't know how it feels to go through that. And for you to say that you were abused is so wrong and it's not okay, and I'm sorry, but you pushed the line and it's time for this to be out.
Catherine also said that Shyla stalks them and wants just clout. I'm pretty sure she could have posted all of that for clout on her YouTube channel, but she doesn't really have that many videos on her channel. It's like 3 videos, one of which she explained about the breakup with her and Landon, and the other 2 were promotion for her clothing brand, I think. So if she really wanted to milk this, I think she could have made a few videos about this on YouTube, you know, where she has AdSense, not on Instagram stories. But, you know, take that with a grain of salt. Maybe Shyla is promoting something, who knows. But yeah, I think if she really wanted to milk this for money, she could have done it in a different way. I think she was just speaking her mind. I might be wrong, but that's how it seems.
So she claims that her daughter is being used for clout. All right, so let's discuss it. Shyla, I don't know if you know what clout is, okay? So there's a difference between clout and then family, right? So you got a family that's, you know, they're well known, they have a lot of eyes on them, and you, Shyla, you jumped on the bandwagon, and that's what you started to do, and you did it for many years. And all of a sudden, when your relationship ended, when Landon broke up with you, you decided that because it wasn't in your favor anymore, that you were gonna decide that, you know, your daughter is clout now, which doesn't make any sense. it's just, it is what it is. Like, you're damned if you do, damned if you don't. If Celine is never a part of our family, if she's not at our parties and hanging out with her cousin, then you would say 5 years from now that, oh, they never loved her, they never care, nobody cared. If anything, you're creating attention for clout. I understand that, you know, you're telling the world that you don't want your daughter on the internet anymore, that you've grown, that, you know, you don't like that, which I have complete respect for. I feel like that's a beautiful thing if that's what you decide you want to do. But you're also very contradicting. So let's just make that clear.
And then Catherine proceeds to say that Shyla was happy for Landon's cancer, and Shyla claimed she tried to keep the peace, give him a second chance, like I already said.
You were so happy when Landon got cancer. You were the happiest you'd ever been. Everyone said it. There's so many witnesses. And that's the reason why he didn't want to be with you. And because it messed with your money and what you were doing, you got really upset. And that's why you created this false narrative.
Yeah, I don't think anyone's ever happy for someone's cancer diagnosis. I don't know where she got that from. That was very awkward to watch, honestly. And then Catherine proceeds to respond to the IVF comments, because in Shyla's post, she said that Catherine and Austin had their third child by IVF, just wanted to make sure that it was a boy because they had 2 other girls previously, and Austin really wanted a boy. So I don't know if Shyla tried to make it seem like having a child through IVF is a bad thing or trying to shame her, but Catherine said, how dare you shame other women who go that route. Catherine denied doing IVF. She said it was a miracle. I didn't do that, but to the women who have done it, why would you shame them in that way? I don't think Shyla was trying to shame people who choose different methods to conceive children, but there's that.
So then you proceed and you say some lies and you say that I had IVF treatment for my third child to have a boy, and that's 1000% not true. I don't know if you believe in God, if you pray to God, but God, right? Like, that's the reason why I have my children. I was able to conceive 3 children. I wanted them back to back. Where that came from, I don't get the purpose of it. I can't grasp it. Like, I'm sorry, I just don't know. But what I will say is I find it very disrespectful to women all around the world who literally cannot conceive a child on their own, and they have to do treatments like IVF. And although I didn't go that route, it's just very odd to me that you would say something like that, like as if, like, what are you trying to offend me? Like, that's like a bad thing.
Lastly, Catherine made a lot of comments about money and how Shyla, again, tries to milk the situation, tries to get as much clout as possible.
I get that money is your number one motivator. It's all you talk about. It's all you think about. It's literally like it was all that your relationship was about. I get it that, you know, towards the end, that's all you cared about. And I'm not even going to go into details because really, like, this is none of my business.
And Catherine would say, we have this money because we are energy and money goes through us and it flows through us. And that really reminded me of Trisha Paytas a few months back when she was all spiritual and talking about abundance and the flow of the energy and the flow of the money. I'll play this clip for you. Tell me that it doesn't sound like Trisha Paytas. Please tell me that.
But the truth is that if you don't understand what money truly is, you will never make money, because money is an energy exchange and it comes in like waves. Okay? And that's what we are. We are energy. So it's what you do with money. It's how you get it. It's how you react. It's how you learn from it. And it's so far away, the narrative is so far away from who we are. And it's because we've given back so much and we do so much for people and we help people all the time.
And finally, let's get into the yet another lawsuit that the McBrooms are going through. I'm gonna give you a few bullet points, pictures on the screen that you can read through if you want the full details, but this is what I saw from a few sources online about the newest lawsuit that the McBrooms are going through. So basically, Catherine's skincare company, 121 Getaway, they are suing her for apparently not being such a good promoter, because that was her only job and she didn't even comply through it. The company was set to succeed with a great launch in 2020. It was expected for the company to reach 60 million in revenue by the end of 2021. But the company, 121 Getaway, has already sued her once, and they managed to reach some sort of settlement where Catherine's only duties were to just promote, to post a set number of promotional posts throughout all of her social media, and she didn't manage to do that. That's why she's getting sued once again. So Catherine has attempted a corporate coup, meaning that she tried to take control from TBL Cosmetics, which is the initial company that put money towards the skincare company 121 Getaway. Catherine also tried to change administrative credentials, passwords on various accounts. She wanted to include companies of other McBroom family members. For example, customer service for one-to-one getaway. From what I gathered, Austin's parents have a few other companies and they try to use one of them to provide the customer service for the skincare company. I don't know. I think the McBrooms really tried to put their hands on the company and try to milk it as much as possible, and they were way too greedy. And what she's actually getting sued for right now, as well as Austin, but they're focusing more on Catherine. They're sued for breach of contract. Catherine has failed to meet the schedule and frequency of social media postings. Like I said, they told her you need to post this many promotional posts throughout your social media accounts, and initially she was good at it. She was posting all over her Instagram and whatnot, but at some point she did not post anything about the brand. She refused to attend monthly marketing meetings and work collaboratively with the team. Austin has failed to satisfy his duties as a manager, and Catherine continued to promote other business ventures such as the Ace Family merch, whilst refusing to promote one-to-one getaway. They also promoted other cosmetic brands as a sponsorship, which are obviously competitors to her own brand, which is not technically her brand. It's owned by this other company that I mentioned, TBL Cosmetics, because they put the money towards it, and Catherine was basically just the face of the brand, and people knew the brand because of her, because she would promote it. And in the lawsuit, they actually mention other active / previous lawsuits that the McBrooms have been through, like the one with the fights where Austin was sued for not paying his employees. Yeah, it seems like the McBrooms are really into lawsuits. They really like being in those cases. I don't know what to say. What do you guys think? How do you feel about Catherine coming on to Shyla? How do you guys feel about this lawsuit situation? Do you think the McBrooms were way too greedy? Please let me know what you think on all of this. I'd really like to know your opinions and thoughts down in the comments. And yeah, if you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe for more content. We upload new videos every single week. And yeah, that's it. Bye guys.